Hello and welcome to this week's LCP Players of the Week. As we go over who the best were statistically in this region, keep in mind GAM CFO, which I consider to be the best matchup on paper going into the week. Game 1 statistics were scuffed as hell. So, GAM and CFO players kind of got screwed out of some stats that I did not allow for those numbers to necessarily hurt the numbers that they had in the other two games. But it also, hell, whoever won, I think CFO won game 1, or GAM, whichever one won that game, they kind of got screwed a bit. So, especially GAM if that was the case. Okay, so the stats we're using, I erased it. KDA, KP, CS per minute, damage divided by gold, share differential, vision efficiency, gold difference at 15 minutes, and solo kills per game. So in top lane, Aji of PSG was the best, followed by Kiaya, Kratos, and last was Evi. Kratos playing with MKVE, MGN Viking Esports. Ozzy had a 4.8 KDA and a 72 KP. Both were best in his role. Nearly 3 out of every 4 kills. His involvement with Talon. It's Talon, not PSG. 7.6 CS per minute. Driver had 7.8 for CFO. Keep in mind, game 1 he did not play. Rest played. 1.54 damage divided by gold for Aji. Driver had the best in that category, 1.63. Positive 0.2 share differential. So for Talon, he barely dealt more damage than he received in gold from the squad. Share differential leader was Kiaya of GAM. 4.7% more damage than gold. 2.87 vision score per ward placed. The leader was Kratos, 3.08. 135 gold lead. Kratos had an 836 gold lead. And then the solo kill leader was also Kratos, 1 in 2 games. Aji had 1 in 4. Kratos tanked a couple stats, which resulted in him finishing third. That's why, hell, you'd be like, hey, he led more categories than Aji. Why is this the case? Well, there's how many categories on the board. You got to factor in everything here. Jungle role. Guri was dominant for Vikings. He led in nearly every category. Followed by Hizdo of Team Secret Wales, Levi of GAM, Courage of SoftBank Hawks Gaming joins Evi at the bottom. So Guri led in KDA, 4.7, 88 KP. So that's like 7 out of every 8 kills. Very involved. 7.7 CS per minute. Hell, he had more farm than Aji did. 1.35 damage divided by gold. Hizdo led the way, just barely at 1.37 more than Guri. 0.3 share differential. A positive share differential for a jungler. Also a jungler that had 7.7 CS per minute. That is crazy because, usually when you get that high of farm, it's like, well, how much damage can a jungler deal? He dealt quite a bit. I think he played Brand in one of his games. 3.44 vision efficiency. Guan of Detonation Focus Me, 5.09. Guri had a 1,372 gold lead on average and had a solo kill in 2 games. Mid lane, Arya finally puts together a great week. On paper, he had pretty good matchups. Speaking of good weeks, I went 6-0 in predictions. 5 of those 6 were exact scores. The only one I did not get right, I thought Chief would take a game against Secret Wales, and they didn't. Outside of that, though, 6-0, 5 exact, 10-2 with 7 exact so far. Arya, DFM, great week, like I said, followed by Kadi of Vikings, Fofo of Talon, and last was Arrest once again for GAM. Arrest is, a lot of people talked very highly of him before the season started, but all his numbers screamed inefficient, and that just continues as we go along here. Arya, 8.3 KDA. Kadi had a 19.5. Arya had a 76 KP. Fofo just barely better at 78. Arya did lead in CS per minute with 9. Damage divided by gold, he had a 1.75. Fofo had a 2.3, which is the highest out of anybody this week in the region. He just tanked like he didn't have a solo kill. His vision efficiency was bad. I think he was behind at 50. Yeah, his vision efficiency was bad. Behind at 15 minutes on average. That's why Fofo ended up not being first, even though he led in a few categories. Aria, 6% share differential. Fofo, 10.8. So think about it, 33% of the team's damage for 22% of the gold. That's a pretty damn good deal. 4.22 vision efficiency for Aria. Ahead, 701 gold on average. Kadi, 728. Solo kills 1 and 5. Dyer of Team Secret Whales had 2 and 4, but he was bottom half in a few categories, resulting in him not even being top 3. Bot lane, Eddie of Team Secret Whales was great, followed by Marble of SoftBank Hawks Gaming, and in part, efficiency-wise, etc., that he's benefiting from Evie and Courage's struggles. Shogun was third, and then last was Cocoon, who split time with Milan this past week for DFM. Eddie had a 3.2 KDA, Shogun 23, 79 KP, 4 out of every 5 kills, but Marble had an 88% KP, 7 out of 8 kills. 9.5 CS per minute, Shogun 10.6. Share differential, ROI, Eddie led, 2.04. He also had a 7.3 share differential. Share differential leader was Marble at 10.6. Like I said with Fofo, imagine 33% of the team's damage for 22% of the gold, roughly. That's a pretty damn good deal, and that was the best out of the 80 carries this week. So Marble leading in a couple categories really boosted his stock. 589 gold lead for Eddie on average. He had 2v2 or solo kills in 4 games. The leader in that category was Marble. He went 2 for 2. Support, Harp of DFM. Solid week all around, only led in one category, but was solid in every stat. Followed by Elio of Gam, Woody of Talon, and last was Kaiwing of CFO. Harp had a 2.2 KDA, Woody 3.1, KP 80%, 4 out of every 5, but Gang had 94 KP for Hawks. Kind of goes to show you how much they fought towards the bot side of the rift, that the bot lane duo of the Hawks had like 88 and 94 KP respectively. 0.77 ROI. Luan had 0.85 for Chief Esports Club, the only time they're actually mentioned on this board. 1.9 vision efficiency. Sulong had a 2.18 for Vikings. 283 gold lead for Harp, had 1 solo or 2v2 kill in 5 games. The leader was Woody for Talon. He had 2 and 4. So, great week out of the LPC. I ended up changing the order in which I did the regions. Last week, LCP, former 80 carry. LCP didn't get many views last week, so, I'm going to do the video, but, not as much support, so it ended up getting pushed back. So, first team, Aji, Guri, Arya, Eddie, Harp, followed by Kiaya, His Toe, Katie, Marble, Elio. Third team, Kratos, Levi, Fofo, Shogun, Woody. So a great week out of Vikings. 4 out of 5 roles they are represented. Talon 3, Gam 3, his Team Secret Whales twice. So solid weeks out of these guys. Stats only tell you part of the story, but at the same time, I feel like, the good player. Usually a good tell for me once was like 80 carry Viper ended up at the top. Yeah, I think everybody would agree, at least for that role. So more often than not, stats do give us quite insight on a player. So thank you for watching. If you like the video, like it, subscribe to the channel for daily League of Legends content. Follow me on Twitter, join the Discord, become a YouTube supporter, and hope to see you again tomorrow.